Now I'm recording. Hello, this is Mr. Briggs' grade 10 religion class. I'm Mr. Sheppard. Some of you might know me. I've been at Scholar for a bit, but right now I find myself in the Great White North, Whitehorse, Yukon. It's cold and dark. And lots of fun. Anyways, I'm off sick today. I got a bit of a cold, and so Briggs asked me to do this piece. I'm going to try and keep it pretty short. I might have to cut it into a number of small videos, just so that I can email it to him, or I guess I could post it on a webpage or something. Anyways, here we go. So, you just finished watching the movie Awakenings. Great movie, one of my favorites. Robert De Niro did a fantastic job. Rob Williams, one of my favorite. And it was just it was a movie true and dear to my heart, particularly because I can relate to it in many capacities. After I show the movie to my students, there's a couple of key questions that I ask them to reflect on and answer and think about. Number one is whether or not you would want to be awakened if you knew that you would be destined to return to a catatonic state. If you knew that you were going to get better but then get sick again, would you still want to be woken up? Do you still want to have the opportunity to experience those things that you got to experience? Do you want to, get wet in the ocean and dance and socialize and kick around and laugh and smile? Do you want all those things? Generally, I find most of my students are like, yeah, I want those things. Those are great experiences. And even if I only get them for a bit, I would want to have the opportunity to experience them. The next question that follows is, did Leonard's life have value? Robert De Niro's character, Leonard, did it have value in the three different stages of his life? The ones that I kind of pick out are, did he have value when he was first afflicted with the disease, which rendered him catatonic? So, after he got sick as a young child and he was catatonic for a bit, did that life have value? And then, did his value have life when he was awakened? When he got to experience his life as an older gentleman, even though he was confined to the hospital and sort of very limited in his freedom, did that life have value? And then after he regressed again back into a catatonic state, did his life have value then? And so I ask my students to reflect on those three questions. And most often what I'll hear is in the first stage, his life had value. Some people say yes, some people say no. But the bulk would say yes because, there's the hope that maybe he will get better. And then, of course, his life has value when he's awakened because he gets to experience things, joy, relationships, the beauty of nature, a friendship. Those are all great things. And so, yes, of course, his life has value when he's awakened. And then when he regresses back into a catatonic state, some people are like, well, I don't know. Does his life have value? He can't experience things. We don't even know if he's cognizant in his mind. Is he thinking? It could just be a blank screen for this guy. And if that's the case, does that have value? And then I follow all that up with, what is it that gives life value? Now, that's a really big question. It's a huge question, a really tough question for a lot of people to wrestle with. And so I ask you, what gives life value?